because I don't have turkey right now, I'm doing chicken again. That's where that came from, why we came up with why I put out the chicken with the Ziploc baggie, because you're going to does anybody go to Sam's? Put down in the comments, first of all, let me know if you're watching this live or replay, and where you're watching it from. Tell me your state. I don't need an address. I just like to know your state to see how far these videos go. And also let me know if you have a Sam's Club where you're at, or if you've ever had a Sam's Club. And I am not affiliated with them at all, but man, those rotisserie chickens are the best. Like, I can't buy a chicken for that cheap, and I certainly can't cook one as good as they do. So pretty close, but not quite as good as they do. All right, and if you are like, when I do Thanksgiving at my house, I have so much turkey left over. So what can you do with it? I'm going to show you a quick, inexpensive meal that you can make with chicken or with turkey, but you can also substitute chicken. So we're going to make what was the turkey cranberry wreath, but I'm going to substitute chicken because I don't have turkey right now. And I did want to let you know that if you freeze your turkey, because a lot of people freeze their turkey, and you can, do this. It doesn't have to be just right after Thanksgiving. You can do it like in the dead of winter when it's snowing out and you just have a frozen turkey already cooked, pulled apart and already cooked. You can take it out and thaw out your turkey. But you definitely want to make sure that the meat is not cold, because you're going to have to cut up your turkey, and it's kind of hard to cut up turkey or chicken when it's cold. Okay, this is going to stick together. All right, so I'm just going to lay this out here real quick, and then I'm going to show you. Now, there's two different ways you can do it. I like if you want to get fancy and do the crisscross and all that kind of stuff, you can do that. I've never done that, but I've seen it done, and it looks really nice. These crescent rolls have been out a little bit longer than probably what they should have, but oh well, it'll be all right. So I've got a brand new stone here. So that's why, if you can see I don't know if you can see the glossiness on it. I did put a little bit of olive oil on it because it is a brand new stone, but eventually it will not need anything on it once it gets seasoned really well. So again, if you have any of our stoneware and you have dark pieces, you know as well as I know that they are the best, especially for baking cookies. Cookies taste so good done on a dark stone. They're good other ways too, but when this stone is dark, it's just the best way to, the cookies they just come out wonderful. They just are amazing. So I'm going to do this in a circle here. And also, if you're new to Pampered Chef, believe it or not, there are people that have never heard of us. There's also this next generation that's coming up of new bakers, cookers, wives, husbands, men cook too. Boy, everybody cooks these days. It's not just the woman's job anymore. It was, because you're working just as much as the men are, so we share the responsibilities. Now, I'm fortunate enough that I stay home, so, and the sad thing about it is, I don't know about at your house, but my house, my husband is a better cook than me. If he would just cook, he is a better cook than I am. He tries things different than, he'll use different seasonings and stuff like that. But it's been a while since he's cooked because I'm home and I can do it all the time. So this is gonna look, probably gonna have to move these around because I have to put a whole nother one of these on here. And you can move it around. Like, this is not going to be super pretty, but it is going to taste really good. But we do taco rings. I mean, you can use this for anything. You can do it in braids. This is going to pop open here, just like that. You could do it in a braid. If you're in one of my parties right now, there is a breakfast, what is it? Goodness, I can't think about it. I think it's eggs and ham. Oh goodness. I know I put it in there because it looks really good. It's a ham, it's a brunch braid or something like that. But anyway, it's done with crescent rolls too, and it looks really good. Actually, I did make it one time. It's been a while since I made it, but note to self, don't leave your crescent rolls out super long before you actually do this, because they do get a little loosey-goosey here, which is what I got right now. But like I said, thankfully I did put a little bit of olive oil on the pan, so it is, that's kind of helping out too. So I'm gonna have to move these together a little bit because they're just a little too far apart. That's okay, we'll get there. Just hang with me. As soon as I have this done, the rest of it's gonna fly by. And this is the fun part. Like, you get to see how messy I am, because I probably should, instead of being Mimi's kitchen, it should be the messy kitchen, because I don't have a lot of counter space, so things tend to get all bunched up and messy. But some of my girls, they got me. They say they're messy too, so I feel a lot better about that, because we're pampered, not perfect. That's what we like to say. We do our best, but I've never been like someone that cooked a whole lot until I started with Pampered Chef, and now my husband's like, I kind of like this, because he's getting all kinds of different meals that we never would have made before. But you just have to step out of your comfort zone there and give it a try. I have learned to make a lot of things, and learn to do a lot of different recipes, and I don't think it's still not close together here. All right. So again, I don't know if I finished this conversation or not. I squirrel a lot. I apologize for that, but you might need to keep me on task here. But if you have one of the dark stones, feel free to share it in the comments, because I love to see the dark stones. I can remember having people complain about the darkness of the stones, but that is, you want a dark stone. The darker, the better. My sister-in-law has one that's really super, super dark, and she doesn't have to put anything on it when she's baking. It's wonderful. Let's see here. I think I have got to move this around just a little bit more. And then I'm going to take my baker's roller, and there we go. That might give us what we need. Just want to make sure that it doesn't have any spaces in between it. Like I said, do not, just when you get them crescent rolls out, you go ahead and do what you got to do with them, because they get a little bit messy here. But not going to be perfect, but it's going to taste really, really good. So as soon as I get this on here, I might end up not using all that, really. There we go. That one came out of there. Okay. And you're going to want the tips to hang over the end, but they're not going to hang over the end while you're baking it. You guys know that, I'm sure. It's just right now till we can get the stuff in there. And then I'm going to fold these in a little bit, and nope, I guess I can fit that last one in there. There we go. Keep it stretched out a little bit. All right. Now, if this didn't fit, or you can always move it around. It's not perfection, because when it bakes, you're not going to be able to tell the difference anyway. So, all right. So I'm just going to kind of move this up like this just for the time being until I can, because I need to move it out of the way so you guys can see the rest of it. And I'm not going to let it go too long here. I don't want to fold it over because it will stick if I fold it over there. All right, let me move this out of the way for now. And I need to wash my hands real quick. All right, so as I said, I'm doing the chicken, and let me make sure I have, doing chicken instead of turkey, let me make sure I have the recipe up here. All right, so my oven's already on 375. I've done the crescent rolls. Next thing I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and start with the chicken. I'm going to mix up the chicken. I got 2 cups of chicken, and I'm going to use our twist and chop. I like, sometimes I'll call it twist and shout, but anyway, this is the twist part. You have to twist the lid off, and as you can, I don't know if you saw that or not, but when I twisted the lid off, the light went off. That means this is not going to work while I have the lid off of it. I just want to show you how easy this pops out of here. And this is another twist, and that comes off like that. Throw that in the dishwasher, Easy peasy cleanup. And if you go to my YouTube page, you will see salsa made in like 10 seconds. I kid you not. It is so quick. This was not frozen. Of course, this is fresh. Chicken is fresh. So I'm going to put this, I don't think I'm going to put all of it in at one time. You want to be, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but I have this over here with me. This thing in the center here is going to move up and down, and it's going to go clear to the bottom and up to the top. It is so nice because it gets everything chopped up, and I'm just going to pulse it because I don't want it too ground up. I just want it a little bit. Let's see, let's take this out because I don't want, I'm going to do that again. Just wash it, just be careful. Of course, it's not going to run while my fingers are in there, but because the lid's off, of course. All right, so I'm going to dump this in. This is our classic batter bowl, and this is on sale this month for the Black Friday, the early Black Friday sale. This is going to be done in just a couple different batters, and that's okay. A couple of batches, not batters, but batches. There's one piece. Oh, that's good. I want to make sure and get all of it evenly cut up. But like I said, you can do salsa in like 10 seconds, and my kids, like, they're grown adults, but I call them my kids, of course. They love stuffing. And of course, I'm thinking about this now because it's Thanksgiving's coming. And so when I do my stuffing, they don't like, it's a texture thing. I'm going to wait on that one. They don't like the texture of onions or celery. They love the taste of it, but not the texture. So what I've done in the past is put it in my my blender, but I'm going to be able to do it in here now. I'll just cut up my onions and my celery and kind of like puree it in here. I know it sounds gross, but puree it, and then once it's cooked down, I'll puree it and put it in the turkey, the stuffing, and they'll have the taste, but they won't have the texture, which is wonderful because then they eat it. Okay, I didn't want to do that, but that's how quick that is. I mean, that was quick. And again, if I were trying to really make this small, I would not stop it so quickly, and I wouldn't care about taking the bigger pieces out. But if just to get those couple bigger pieces done, it wouldn't be worth making the rest of it like baby food, I guess. All right, so chicken in there. And again, so if you're doing cold chicken, shoot, I should put that on here first. You definitely want to make sure, let's dump this in here. Make sure and maybe like nuke it for like 3 or 30 seconds because you don't want cold. It just does so much better when it's warm. So you can use turkey that's been frozen, but you just want to make sure that it's, I did it again. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to hurry because I don't want to keep you guys on here that long, but I guess I should take my time here and not hurry. All right, now put this in there, on there, there we go. And I'm gonna put the chicken in there. Again, pampered, not perfect. And I know you guys don't expect me to be perfect. So the pulsing it does kind of toss it around better. There we go. So when you just pulse it, it mixes the stuff, mixes the meat around better. So you get the larger pieces. So that's not too bad. Okay, and then all of this will go in the dishwasher. I'm going to use the spatula to get this a little bit out of here. All right. Bear with me just a second. I want to clean up this part of my mess to get it out of the way. Throw this in the sink. Alrighty. Let's see here. Okay, Okay, so now that I've got the chicken in there, all right, I need to put, so there's half a cup of mayonnaise, and I'm using the, totally lost my train of thought of what this thing's called. Anyway, this thing here, because you can use dry ingredients and you can use wet ingredients, and I'll just show you how that just comes off just like that. Super easy. And then no mess there. Like you see, it's not on the sides, up the sides. I love that about it. It's much easier that way than using a regular measuring cup. You can use a regular measuring cup, but that just makes it so much easier to use. All right, now for the Dijon mustard, we want 2 tablespoons. And this is the adjustable. So we're going to put 1, 2 of Dijon mustard. I'm not sure if I need that again. Let's see here. I want to mix the mustard. Oh, and the black pepper. And I want to show you, I'm going to use my black pepper, my pepper out of my salt and pepper set. But I want to show you how easy this is to fill. It's just unscrew the top, fill it up, and screw the top right back on it, and it's good to go. Just like that. And we're good. Now it calls for, let's see here, pepper, a half a teaspoon, but I just kind of, I don't know, we like pepper, so I might put a little more in there than what it calls for. There's my pepper. So, all right, mix this up a little bit, and then I'm going to mix the rest of it up. So we're going to add some celery and some cranberries and stuff. So, like I said, this, if you've been around Pampered Chef any length of time, you might have even had this already. You know, since, I mean, Pampered Chef has been around since 1980, so depending on how long you've been with Pampered Chef, I'm sure that you have seen it before. Oh, and I wanted to show you this too. When you get the batter bowl, whether you get the classic or you get the small one, the lids come with it, and that is so nice because I've got the leftover chicken in here. Put the lid on it and put it in the refrigerator. I'll make chicken salad with it. If I needed to run out real quick and I needed to put this, I could put this in the refrigerator with the lid on it. These lids make it so nice with those. But again, that one is on sale, and sorry, my computer keeps going off. Okay, so I have, it needs 3, it's supposed to be fresh parsley, but I did not get fresh parsley, I'm sorry. 3 tablespoons of fresh parsley. Again, it's 3 tablespoons, I'm going to eyeball it. It's supposed to be fresh, and I don't have fresh, but I think that's good for us because we're not real big on parsley, but that's okay. And then I need to put my cranberries, and this is about a half a cup of cranberries, I want to say. Let's look here. Yeah, this is a half a cup of dried cranberries in there. And then I have a half a cup of celery that I chopped up. And I wanted to show you, everybody probably has one of these. If you don't, you want one. This isn't the original one because it changed the style, but I have my original one of these. It was the first thing I ever bought with Pampered Chef because I got married in 1987, and I'm sure like one of my first parties was in 1990 or whatever, and had it a good long time. And then I lost it, and I think I lost it in moving. When we moved, we've only moved twice since we've been married, but no, I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3 times since we've been married, but I don't think I lost it. But anyway, the recipe calls, it's optional. You can put walnuts in with this, which would be really good. And I thought I had walnuts, and I got home and it's not walnuts, it's pecans. But I'm not going to put the pecans in there, but I just want to show you, I'll chop these up and use them for cookies later. But this is what I use to chop up the celery that's small. But with this, you can chop it right in the lid. I never knew that until like I started with Paper Chef. I never knew. If I did, I had forgotten. So I'm going to put this, it's from my hand. I'm going to put this in here, just like pour it in there like that. And then put that over top of it. And then, so if you've had a bad day and you need to get out some stress, so all of the mess stays right in there. Look at that. It's right in there. And then I could just dump it in here and wash. All this goes in the, let me see if I can put this back in here. All of this comes apart, and I'm going to make a mess, but I want to show you in case you don't have one. How easily this comes apart. So this comes right off like this. This comes off like this, so you get everything nice and clean. And this comes apart, splits apart, I should say, like this, so everything gets clean. And then this goes right back together. And I've got to put it in there the right way. I've got to make sure which way I put it in there. Kind of hard to do when I'm not looking directly at it. Like that. And then this goes back on it. And I want you to see how that turns like I don't know if that's a quarter turn or half a turn every time you push down on there, and that's how it chops and spins. So if I were going to use those nuts, but I'm not, I would put those in there. Let's see, do I need anything else? I think I have all the ingredients in there, believe it or not. Cranberries, parsley, celery, yep, it's all in there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this on my pizza stone, bring this back over here, and put these out again so we can do this the right way. And then I have and if you don't have one of these baker's rollers, you really need one, because it is great for rolling out doughs and stuff like that. And I'm going to try to do this the way I saw it done before. Again, there's a crisscross way that you could do it. I was going to try that one. I washed it. I thought, oh, no, I'm not going to try that one. So this is the baker's roller. It's got the wide end and it's got the small end. And what I'm just going to do is kind of roll this together so that it is, they stick together. But I'm also going to kind of create like a little well here, I guess is what I want to call it. Let me get some flour. I'm just going to put a little bit of flour around here so that the roller doesn't stick. Yeah, she just got my message, so she'll be able to tell me. Can you hear me okay? Yes, thank you. I didn't want to go through all of this and not be able to be heard. All right, so there's a little bit of flour on there. It's not going to hurt anything. And it's going to keep this roller. And as you can see, I'm just making a well in here. And then the chicken is going to go right in there. That's going to keep the chicken from going all over the place. This is really super easy to make. It is. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. So, hope everybody's got some good plans for the holidays coming. I know it's 2 weeks away, but did you realize we lose a week then between Thanksgiving and Christmas for shopping? Ugh. Okay, so the next thing I need to do, okay, it said to use the medium cookie scoop. Of course, I got the medium, or the small. And I got the extra large. I can't even find, I know it's probably tucked in a bag somewhere because I had some events that I did and I took that with me. But, so I'm going to use the small, and then I'm going to overfill that. And so this is all mixed up. Okay. Love these mix and scrapes. Oh. I do. I love them things. All right. So we're going to fill this up, and then we're just going to put it around here. And then I'll show you real quick how I'm just going to put the crescent rolls over top, the feet, legs, whatever you want to call it. Looks like an octopus, like right now. And like I said, if you can freeze your turkey. I don't know, I've never frozen it. I've always given it away, but I know you can freeze it. So if you've ever frozen it, can you tell me, does it taste okay when you thaw it out? Because you know, some things, I guess as long as you use it within a reasonable amount of time, and it's only cold through, what, February, so if you use it in a reasonable amount of time, it shouldn't have an old taste to it. So let me know in the comments if you've ever done that. All right. And as I said, I will put the link to the YouTube video of the Ziploc baggie and the chicken, the rotisserie chicken. Now I'm just gonna, because it's a whole way, I'm just gonna spread this out a little bit so that it's, I'll make it even in case I missed some somewhere. Make it even. A little bit there. So we have it the whole way around. I know, if I was fixing this for you at a party, I would have gloves on, but this is just gonna be done here at my house. So, for us, so I'm gonna flatten this down a little bit so that it'll fit in the ring. There we go. So I have to say I'm a little bit impressed with myself because I'm just going to pull these over right now. So I've seen it done where I don't want to crisscross it though. I want it open. So I'm just going to leave it like this. Pull these over. And then I'm going to tuck them under in just a minute. And the last thing I need to do is an egg white wash. So again, I just have to tell you, if you order by the 19th of this month of November, you will have it by the 27th. So that gives you time if you want to order any of the Black Friday, the early Black Friday specials. You can, and it will be in time for Thanksgiving. So, all right, I'm going to tuck this underneath here and make it look like a wreath. Try to tuck it under there. That one wants to stick to me. And you can pick it up and wrap it. Spin it around a little bit. So if you go away a lot for, well, not even a lot. If you go away for holidays, like if you have to take something, you make and take something with you and it's cold or even hot, don't forget we have the insulated bowls, and the large insulated bowl is on sale right now. One thing that I caution you, because of the sale, don't wait, because we do go out of stock, not often, but if we have like a good sale like we're having right now, some things could be, you might have to wait. Like if they're out, they won't let you order it. They won't back order it. So you want to get early instead of late. So if you need get gifts for Christmas or whatever, make sure you go ahead and get them, because I wouldn't want you to go for them and then not be in stock. So, and this time of year with the sales, we do have that happen sometimes. So, all right, I don't think that looks too bad. Let me wipe my hands off here and get rid of some of my mess. Move it out of the way. Oh, I didn't even use that. Move it out of the way. And you can see here, it's a nice round piece. And I need some egg whites. So the great thing about having your own chickens is you always have eggs. So these are fresh eggs, or this is a fresh egg. And I just have to show you this yolk, because maybe you guys have them like this, but when I buy them at the grocery store, I definitely don't get yolks like this. I mean, it's a nice big, don't know if you can see how big that yolk is. Let me put it over here in this bowl. There we go. All right, so let me whip this up a little bit. And as I said, I'm not putting the nuts on it, but you could. And this is before you put the dough over top is when you would put the nuts on there. And this step that I'm getting ready to do right here, you don't have to do, but it makes it look very pretty because it browns up the pastry really good. Let's get this mixed up a little bit. And then I'm going to use our silicone basting brush to put the egg wash on it. So if you can see this, I'm just doing. And then I'm going to bake this on 375. How long am I baking it here? 375. I already have my oven on. 375 for 25 to 30 minutes. It just depends on how hot your oven is. If you have a hot oven, it might not take the full 30 minutes. So you want to check it at 25 minutes. And then dinner is served. And this is another one that I haven't only ever made, like the taco ring. I've not done this one here, but I wanted to show you, this is a good thing that you can save your turkey and use it. I don't know if you guys can hear my phone going off, but I keep getting notifications. Okay, so one more time. If you are a host right now and your party was supposed to close, I'm not closing it out. I'm not closing it out totally. So I just want to wait until tomorrow. I'll be in touch, but I'm going to put this in the oven for half an hour and then I will show you a picture when it's done. So out of sight, out of mind. But if you Google that recipe, you can find it and it'll tell you everything that's in it. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your evening. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Again, I'll put my links that I need in, my links in the comment for you. I guess that's it. I'll talk to you again soon.